welcome back to another episode of our Bridgesimton Challenge. We are here with the Driscolley family, and these are our Driscolley children. As we know, in the last couple of episodes, our men have been away at war, and our families are trying to get on without the fathers of the family because they are in the war camp, and they are all wondering what is going to become of their fathers, their husbands, but they are trying to make do and keep on with their studies in school and with their skills so that the older children can get themselves ready for the marriage market. The wives are trying to get their children ready for those things and are trying to hold their homes together the best that they can. We are going to be continuing on in this Driscolley family in this episode and seeing how they can carry on and what this episode is going to be bringing for the Driscolley family. As we know, they have a lot that they need to still do in order to meet their skills for the marriage market. We have Lola and we have Victor that will be entering the marriage market. Brenna, has a little ways to go because she is still just a child, but we are going to be having them go ahead and try to get themselves ready for the marriage market here. They are going to be going to school and doing the best that they can while their father is away. And so we are going to hope that things are going to go as smoothly as possible. In the next rotation, we will be finding out how our men are going to fare because that is when we're going to be having the war end. And so we'll be finding out who gets to come home or who does not. And so that is going to obviously be a very intense rotation where we'll be finding that information out. But until then, we are just carrying on and doing the best that we can. But for now, as you can see, the children are just spending their time together here. It is really, really early, so I am going to go ahead and get everyone to just go and get themselves a little bit of rest. I think they should probably get themselves off to bed and hopefully take care of a little bit of their needs as far as sleep goes, because it's only like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna have them all go and just get themselves a little bit of rest, and then when it gets a little bit later, we will go ahead and get them to probably get themselves ready for school, and we'll find out what we are going to have Bianca get up to for the day. I don't think that she works. Yeah, she doesn't. She just stays home and kind of takes care of the children and the house, which is quite lonely for her right now considering her husband is away at war. She usually has him here to keep her company, but that certainly isn't the case now. And so while her children are away at school during the day, she is left to her own devices. And so we may end up going ahead and enrolling her in the socialite career so that she will have some things to do during the day. Once she gets up from sleeping, I may actually get her enrolled in the socialite career. It looks like we have Lola. She's down here doing a little bit of investigative writing, which is perfectly fine, but let's go ahead and check her skills and see where she stands. So she's currently at a dancing level 1, she's at logic level 2, piano level 2, and writing level 2. So I am going to get her down here and just have her do a little bit more writing, I think, and maybe we can get her to work on that. Oh, she can't read. All right, well, maybe we'll get her to work on reading, and that will help with practice reading, Lola. So we'll get her practice reading, and then she'll be able to get up her writing a little bit better. Really? Practice reading. There you go. All right, so she's going to learn the literacy skill here so that she can get better at writing. And then also we need to work on her other skills so that she obviously will be able to get herself ready for the marriage market. She probably should be resting, but her energy is pretty good, so she's really not in the mood for sleep currently. So we'll just let her get a little bit of reading done while everyone else is getting some rest. As far as Victor goes, his skills are that he has dancing level 1, he has logic level 3, piano level 4, and writing level 1. He is probably going to need to learn how to read as well. So we'll get him learning how to read also, but he is getting really good at the piano. So we'll have him continue to work on that because, as we know, he needs to get to music level 5. So we'll get him working on the piano and get him up to piano level 5, and then he'll be able to meet that. So that'll be wonderful. So once he gets up for the day, maybe we can get him to come down and work on the piano a little bit more. Where is their piano? I know they own more than one piano. I just have to find out where their piano is. Here's one. We'll get him to practice the piano when he gets up, and he can work on that. It does look like Lola is starting to get a little bit hungry, so we will need to get her to get a bite to eat as well. And Bianca is maybe going to be able to come down and cook them something. I do believe they have a butler, and the butler could come down and cook something for them, but Lola does like taking care of the children, so we'll just get her to come down and make some food for the children, and that way we can have her get some breakfast ready for everybody. It does look like she's feeling really good right now because she's alone. She enjoys having her alone time, Lola does, so we are enjoying the fact that she's happy that she's alone currently. Maybe I'll X off the whole dancing thing. We'll just let her practice some reading, and then we'll send her off to breakfast. So Bianca's just down here getting a little bit of breakfast cooking, and once she is done with that, we'll go ahead and call everyone to a meal. So go ahead and call everyone to a meal, and we'll send you down for breakfast. Brenna is already down here. She's grabbing herself a bite to eat with Mom, which is fantastic. Brenna doesn't really, I don't think, have any skills to speak of. She has creativity 1 and social 1, so we will continue to build on her skills as well. And it looks like Victor loves Baroque music. Okay, you can love that. That's fine. So he's up here practicing his music, and we are going to hopefully be able to get that skill up. Once he is done practicing his music, we'll have him go down for breakfast as well. He's starting to get hungry for breakfast also. Okay, let's turn this off. I can only stand one type of music playing at a time. So he does have the truly accomplished aspiration, which means he wants to play an instrument for a total of 6 hours, and he wants to achieve level 5 in any musical skill. He's currently at a level 4, so he is well on his way to meeting a portion of that goal, which is fantastic. Alright, so once Lola is done with breakfast, I'm going to have her come and work on this piano and practice, and both of them can work a little bit on some music. I do think that we will go ahead. He has leveled up to level 5 of the piano skill. So Victor has met music level 5, which is fantastic. He has met one of the skills that he needs for the marriage market. He also needs to get painting level 5, etiquette level 5, logic level 5, charisma level 4, writing level 4, dancing level 4, and singing level 3. So he has so much that he still needs to work on. We will definitely have to be working on that. It would seem that Lola has herself a little bit more of an advancement on her skills than Victor does. He is slow to accumulate those skills, and so I'm not sure what the holdup is for him, but he is definitely going to need to get to working on that. And I think Lola would just tell Victor, why is it that you haven't been getting your skill building done for the marriage market? And he's going to say, I really just thought that I was working so hard on my piano skill. I was so focused on that, Mom, that I didn't really think about the other things. And she's like, you're behind. Lola is surpassing you, and she's getting herself ready in all these different areas, and you only focused on one skill, and now you're behind. You're really going to have to get yourself caught up, Victor. And he's like, Mom, I feel like you're harping on me. And she's like, I'm the only parent here. I have to make sure that you're aware that this is something that is really serious, Victor. And he's like, I understand that, Mom, I really do. But, you know, between school and everything else, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So he's just not understanding why she's making such a big deal out of this. But she's trying to get him to understand that this is really important and that he needs to focus on, you know, getting himself to a place where he needs to be. I mean, she's already at piano level 3. So currently right now, as far as her skills go, dancing level 4 is what she needs. She's got dancing level 1, music level 5. She's at piano level 3. Painting, she doesn't have any painting yet. Etiquette, she doesn't have yet. Logic, she's at level 2. Charisma, no charisma yet. Knitting, she doesn't have yet. Singing, she doesn't have yet. Writing, level 3. She's almost to writing level 3. Cross stitch, she doesn't have yet. And like I said, dancing, she's level 1. So she hasn't met any yet, but she is well on her way. I really want to be friends with someone, but they don't seem to really want to be friends with me. How can I make friends? Just keep being friendly, Victor. So he is, you know, just trying to get his mom to understand that he is trying to be well-rounded, but he just doesn't really know how he can really get started on making friends, doing good in school, and meeting all of these skills all at the same time. And she's like, it's, you know, something that you have to do one step at a time. I'm gonna get him to come up here and do a little bit of logic. He has logic level 3. We want to get him up to logic level 5, and hopefully we will be able to get him to meet that. I'm going to go ahead and get Brianna to read if she can. Maybe we can get her to practice reading so we can go ahead and get her a head start here. So we'll get her to practice reading, and he's going to play some logic, and then we can get him to also practice reading, and he can learn how to read as well. All right. We will put these leftovers in the fridge, and you can just... Oh, there's no trash can? Really? Okay. Well, we love that for you. Days because she's had currently too many emotions. She's happy, she's sad, she's flirty, she's mad. Everything's topsy-turvy right now, and she doesn't know how to feel. I think that makes a lot of sense that she would be feeling that way with her dad gone, that her emotions are all kind of all over the place. And I think, you know, she's trying to do her best to stay on task, because she knows it's really important to her future. She knows it's really important to her parents, but she's missing her father. He is always the one that was really supportive of her and really pushed her. And with him not around, of course her mother's supportive, and of course her mother pushes them. But I think, you know, she was always just more close with her father. Not that she's not close with her mom, because she is, but just that daddy-daughter relationship is very special, and she's just really missing that relationship right now with her dad being gone to war. And so it makes a lot of sense that her emotions would be all kinds of torn up right now, and she wouldn't really be knowing what she's feeling. So it makes a lot of sense that she would be dazed right now. Victor's kind of feeling pretty confident right now. He's learning how to read, and he feels like he's really being successful. And Bianca is really proud of her children, that they are working so hard on their skills. I am also very proud of them. he's supposed to be doing chess right now, but instead he's practicing reading. But I'm not going to complain. At least he's working on something that needs to be worked on. They do have to be able to read in order to be able to write, so we will definitely get them working on that. And she's just going to pen a letter here. Oh, she's playing a game. Well, we're going to say she's penning a letter. So all of the children are working really hard on their skills, which is wonderful. It is 4 o'clock in the evening and they have been hard at work, which is really good to see that they're staying on task even though they're going through such a hard time right now. And I love that Brenna hasn't even had to have words with her mom. Like, Bianca hasn't had to come and say anything to her about, you need to, get busy on your skills. She's just instantly come in and started reading and bettering herself without even having to be told. She first was in there doing chess and instantly then started reading. It was like she automatically knows what's expected of her, which I think is wonderful that she's showing such ambition. And I think that's going to be really good for her future, because honestly, if we're looking at the fact that, the twins are kind of getting a little bit of a late start, Brenna is definitely doing things early, and I think she's going to have a little bit better of a foot forward towards the marriage market when it becomes her time to be able to enter the marriage market for herself. So we are getting very close to her leveling up to level 4 of the piano, and when she finishes that level 4, we will go ahead and let her stop practicing, and I'm going to get her enrolled in school. For some reason, I thought she was already enrolled, but it would seem that it disenrolled them, so I'm going to get them re-enrolled, and then I'm going to have her go and probably come on in here and turn on the music box, and we are going to have her do a little bit of dancing so she can work on her dancing skill. So let's turn on some blues music and we will get her to come in here and do some dancing. How's he doing with his reading? He's about halfway through level 1 of his literacy, which is great. Are you gonna dance?
Bluesy. Eminu.
She's like, no, I'm not. Oh, there's just too much stuff in this room for her to be able to dance in here. Maybe I can bring a radio somewhere else. All right, let's try listening to it in here and dancing. And then she's gonna have to go to the washroom. Oh my gosh, and she's starving.
Oh, yes.
So she's working on a little bit of dancing, but I am going to have to get her off to the washroom. It looks like Lord Victor here has to go to the washroom. He needs to get himself something to eat as well. So he is working on getting himself a bite to eat. We do also need to get Brenna a bite to eat and let her go off to bed. Everyone's starting to get a little bit tired as well. So I'm going to let everyone start to get their needs taken care of, because they have been working so hard on their goals for the marriage market that honestly they've been kind of neglecting themselves. The only one that's in good shape is Bianca.
Gataboo. Oh. Bon and Gravi? Oh, yibs. Dimis Somas. Unga Blashu. Friba. From. Omuf. Benu Jirabao. Grihe Vilpa. Dubma Blorfen.
Go on to the washroom, Victor. And Lola is headed down to come grab herself a bite to eat. And then we will head her off to bed as well. It is about 9 o'clock at night. So everyone's going ahead and grabbing themselves a bite to eat here. And then they're going to head themselves off to bed. All right, go ahead and get yourself off to bed, Brenna. Do you not have anywhere to sleep? Did Brenna take your bed? I don't understand. Are there only so many beds in the house and there's not enough anymore now that Brenna's in the household? I am not sure. We'll have to take a look and see. No, there's plenty. You need to go up here and go to bed. So everyone is in bed asleep. We're just going to go ahead and bring Lola up to bed as well. It does look like Bianca is entering into an early midlife crisis, which is not at all good, but we are going to let everyone get a little bit of rest, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so it is the next morning. Bianca is up. She's just going to go ahead and go on down and get breakfast going for the family, because obviously they will need to eat something before they head off to school for the day. And so we will get the breakfast going for the kids before they have to head off to school. So we will get that started here. We will be also getting our random selection roll ready, because it will be time for us to do that soon as well. And we'll be finding out what it is we're going to be having to do for our random selection roll.
Yibs.
So once she gets this breakfast ready, we'll go ahead and call everyone down for a meal and let them eat their breakfast before we have them head themselves off to school for the morning. She's just making a little bit of fried eggs here, and so they'll have themselves a nice warm breakfast before they head off to school. It looks delicious, Bianca. Look at that. That's wonderful. All right, let's call everyone to a meal.
Noba.
So come on down and grab yourself a serving and get yourself a bite to eat. Everyone will come and have their breakfast together. Clearly I need to get a trash can in this room, so let me do that. All right, go ahead and sit down, Victor, and have yourself your food. Lola, are you not coming to grab your breakfast?
Ribo.
All right, so everyone's going to have their breakfast here, and then the twins will be heading themselves off to school. I haven't quite yet figured out how to get Brenna into school, but I will go ahead and get her enrolled at some point. Maybe she can't go to elementary. We'll just have to get her, like grade school might not be an option for her. We'll just have to wait until she is old enough to get into school when she's a little bit older, and she'll be homeschooled while she is still young. And so that will be perfectly fine. She'll just learn from her mom during the day. But we are going to go ahead and get ready for our random selection roll, and we're going to go ahead and see what it is that we're going to send all students off. And we're going to see what it is that our family is going to be facing for that. So as we know, we have 5 things to roll from on our random selection roll, and we are going to pull up our random number generator, and we are going to roll from 1 to 5, and we're going to generate, and we're going to get a 1, which is financial. And for financial there are 9 options. So if we do 1 to 9 and generate, we roll a 6. And a 6 says, one of the gentlemen in the family has decided to join an upper class gambling match. Roll a d20. If it is an even number, he wins 10k from every noble and royal house. If it is an odd, he owes every upper class 10k. All right, so we're going to roll a d20, and if it's even, find out if it's even or odd. All right, it is an odd. So we are going to owe every upper class house 10K. Bloody hell, Victor. All right, so when Victor gets home from school, he is going to have to owe every upper class house 10K. Every upper class house is pretty much every family that we have. So the royal family, he's going to owe the Bridgerton family. He's going to owe... I mean, honestly, the thing is he would be gambling with the men, and the men are at war. So I don't know that he could actually do this. I'm going to roll from 1 to 9 again, I think. Let's generate from 1 to 9 and roll again. So he got an 8. So the 8 is still money. Roll a d3. Then roll to see if you are caught. All right, so we're going to generate 1 to 3. So he's going to be stealing 500K. Then we're going to roll a D100 to see if we're caught. All right, so we're going to generate between 100. We rolled a 20. 51 and over, you're caught and must go to jail for 1 rotation. 50 and lower, we got away with it. So he stole 500K and got away with it. Okay, so he got 500K. So we're going to add 500K to our family. Wow. All right. So I think that's pretty amazing that just happened. This family is rolling in the dough now because of what Victor has done, although he is now a thief. So there's that. I don't know who he stole from, but he definitely, has decided to take up stealing, which is probably not something that Bianca is going to be very happy about. I think when he gets home from school, she's going to have some major words with him about theft. That being said, if we take a look at our timeline, we also have some birthdays on our timeline for today. We have Daphne Bridgerton, who is becoming an infant, and Augustus Harrington is becoming a toddler. So we are going to need to roll for them. So Daphne, as becoming an infant, can't roll a 1, 5, or a 10. So we are going to roll for that. So let's roll for Daphne and see if she is going to be able to age up to an infant. And she does with a 17. That is a good roll. And for Augustus Harrington, he can't roll a 3, 7, or a 14. So let's roll for him. And he is good. So both of them get to age up. So we are going to go ahead and hop over into the Bridgerton household. And we're going to age up Daphne into an infant. Okay, so we have arrived here in the Bridgerton home. Here is Daphne Bridgerton. We're just going to have Violet come on up here and age her up to an infant. And we will then go ahead and do her quick makeover. And that is going to be fantastic that she is going ahead and aging up, which is wonderful. We absolutely love that this little one is aging up and did survive her death roll. She is going to be a wiggly infant, and she has brown hair. Of course she does, they all do. Let's hop into Cass and do her makeover. Daphne Bridgerton, and let's go ahead and hop over to the royal family with Augustus Harrington, and we will age him up to a toddler. Okay, here we are with Augustus Harrington, and as we know, he was a sensitive infant. As a toddler, he is going to have the traits of difficult temperament and spoiled. And let's go ahead and give him his makeover and get his photo for their family tree. And there is little Augustus Harrington, our little heir to the throne. And hopefully he will continue to live. But let's go ahead and jump back in with the Driscoll family. Okay, back here in the Driscoll family, Brenna is just working on a little bit of logic. It looks like Bianca has gone over to visit with the Bridgertons, and probably because she knows that Daphne has just aged up, and so she wanted to go and visit with Violet, which is kind of nice of her. I love that. But Brenna is just working on some of her skills, and this is getting her mental skill up and her logic up, which is fantastic. We absolutely love that for her. Like I said, she is good about working on her skills and trying to do what she needs to do to make sure that she's well-rounded. I absolutely love that. I really do. I can't get her enrolled in school, so we will just say that she is being homeschooled. Currently, her mom's out, so she's just working on her own. She is very ambitious, this little one, and I really like the fact that she is self-sufficient and a self-starter. She doesn't really have to be tended to, and Bianca doesn't really have to stay on top of her to really have her do things. Like, she's just okay to tend to herself and make sure that she takes care of what needs to be taken care of. It's like she just knows what needs to be done, and she's okay to just do it. So I think that when it comes time for her to become a teenager and get herself to where she needs to be entering into the marriage market, I think she is going to really want to meet her goals, really going to want to meet her skills so that she can get into the marriage market and find someone suitable for her. And I think we'll see her meet her goals and her skills really quickly. So I am looking forward to seeing Brenna with those challenges and see how she quickly meets those. But I am going to go ahead and get her working on a little bit more of her literacy skill. She had been working on that a little bit, and she was about 48% complete of her level 1, which is really great. So we're going to get her working on a little bit more of that. I am glad that the family didn't have anything really negative happen in their random selection roll. And even though they are struggling with their dad being gone, you know, they're okay. Really, they're getting by the best they can, and I'm actually pretty pleased with the way things are going for them. So I am pretty glad that things are going quite as well as they are. I do think I'm going to have Mom just come up, and she's going to help with the reading, and she is going to just let her know that she's really proud of her, and she's going to influence her to continue to practice chess. She's like, I'm gonna, tell her she's really proud of her, but keep practicing your chess, keep doing the things you're doing, because I am, really enjoying the fact that you are, working so hard, and it's really making me proud. So I think that Bianca is just going to admire the things that she's working on and just keep telling her, keep up the good work, Brenna. I am really proud of you for what you're doing.
Agranol. Wanjini Honram, Maybuth Makosa. Flinze, Rabanina.
So they're just working on this reading together, and I think that is going to help her fly through that a little bit faster, which is going to be great. And we love that for both of them. And they are, bonding over this as well.
Tanoba my boof. Rapani. Yoin. Murchi. Yabani Bawash.
I think Brianna is,
Afrif Chelky.
or
Muke.
Bianca is thrilled about
Yangle
Brenna
Fernoi
because
Flush.
they
Nigilna.
were blessed with her,
Sensibi
and
Kumar.
she
Rissalek Flinsk.
really feels like, even though she is an adopted child, she feels like
Yasanar Flick.
she is making them really, really proud. And she's like,
Jalurba.
I couldn't be more proud. I really couldn't. And, I think that you're going to do so well out there in society. And Brenna's like, I do want to do everything that I can to make this family proud. And she's just really fitting in seamlessly with this family, which I am loving to see. The teenagers are at school. I'm just going to have them, they're home now. I was going to say I'm going to have them make friends on this last little leg of the journey here. Oh no, Lola is angry from being near someone has made her angry, and Victor is angry because he had an annoying day because teachers are annoying. Okay, well, we hate that. They both had a pretty rough day at school. They're not real happy about it. Okay, well, you two need to get off it because honestly, why don't you practice singing? Why don't you both actually practice some singing? You both need practice singing for the
Wanjini Honram.
marriage market. I'm gonna have to leave that room though because honestly I can't deal with listening to that.
Yasanar Blit.
But Brenna has reached literacy level 2. Like I said, she is amazing. Why are you here?
Pen. Yoin. Murchi.
You need to leave. You're at war. I'm sending him away. Go away. You're at war. But that being said, it is almost the end of this day, and I think that they have made some pretty good progress, and we will be seeing another family in our next rotation. I am going to go ahead and leave this episode off here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of our Bridgesimton Challenge. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.